It's fine. It's already covered. Well, look, we do have a couple of cases that shows that the company can kind of weasel out of it. Hi, Jeff Marsachi, the Plain English Attorney, and welcome to the video. This is probably going to be a quick but important one. Now, this is something that goes into the written recommendations that we typically send out to our clients, our trust clients, after, along with the funding packet that says, here's how you should be retitling assets, or here's how you should be changing beneficiaries to make everything work. Once you move real estate into a revocable living trust, suddenly there's an issue or a potential issue with your homeowner's insurance. Well, why would there be an issue with homeowner's insurance? Well, because now that the property is actually titled and owned by you through your revocable living trust, the title becomes important because it's not insured anymore. Well, wait a minute. I've never heard of this. Well, it's because most of the major insurance companies, they will abide by the whole spirit of it, and often in their particular contracts, they'll list that you can transfer it into something like an LLC or a revocable living trust as long as the actual ownership hasn't changed. And now suddenly you're insured, and it's okay and it's fine, but there are exceptions. If you think it's important for educational videos like this to get out there, then please help us out by subscribing to the channel. Now, one in particular, there was a case, well, now it's almost many years back. There was a couple. They owned a house, and I'm just putting the numbers on there, $3 million for the home. So it was insured up to $3 million. However, they were also very wealthy and liked to purchase antiques and artwork. And typically the contents of a house under a regular homeowner's policy is included up to a certain percentage of the value of the house. Now, they had, again, throwing the number out there, they had about $3 million worth of contents too. So they had to get a special policy that raised that amount. So the full $3 million of contents was also insured. Now, for whatever reason, the way the attorney put together the trust, well, they moved the real estate into the trust. All right. They updated the homeowner's insurance so the trust was insured. Now, that was the basic homeowner's policy. That other extended policy also listed the trust. But here's something that the attorney didn't do, which we do standard. They didn't move all of their personal possessions and personal property and stuff like the antiques and artwork and whatnot. They didn't have the form that moved that into the name of the revocable living trust. So you can see what happens. The house is owned by the trust. The contents weren't. It was owned by the couple putting together the trust. It was owned by them individually. Fire happens, whole house burns down, and the company was willing to pay the $3 million on the house, but they said, well, okay, the contents weren't owned by the trust, and this special policy that we issued just for this extreme amount of contents for $3 million, that wasn't owned by the trust, but the trust was the insured. So, okay, we're getting rid of it. All right, so what exactly did this do, and what does it mean? Well, in what you have to do, and it's perfectly fine, you have to have, for a couple, the three of you on the policy. So if it's John Doe and Jane Doe and it's the Doe family trust, then the three are listed as insureds in one way. So it's like one of two ways, and it really doesn't matter. It depends on what the insurance company wants. The trust is the insured, and John and Jane Doe would be listed as additional insureds. Okay, that's all three of them on it. Well, John and Jane Doe are already the insureds under the existing policy, and they want to add the trust as an additional insured. Great. All three of them are now on the trust. They're on the policy, so it's John and Jane Doe and the trust. It's just adding those additional insureds that makes sure that everything is still covered by the homeowner's insurance. Now, there's a very good chance if you're going to one of the major companies, you've got one of the major companies as your homeowner's insurance company, and you say, oh yeah, we got this living trust now, we moved the house in, we need to name the trust as an additional insured, and they go, why would you do that? It's fine, it's already covered. Well, look, we do have a couple of cases that shows that the company can kind of weasel out of it. So just to be safe, make sure you're checking with your homeowner's insurance company and making sure that it is insured. And if they're saying, oh, this step isn't necessary, get it in writing and keep it with your trust binder. So again, that was a quick one today, but I hope you found the information useful. If you do have a living trust, it's worth a call to your homeowner's insurance. And you should be looking at this every couple of years anyway with your homeowner's insurance agent, just to make sure that everything is all lined up and still correct. So as I always tell my clients, please stay safe, plan ahead, and enjoy life. And whatever you do, make it a great day.